Welcome. Today we're gonna make tiramisu. We're gonna start off making the batter, but unfortunately I was gonna do it from the scratch when making it, mixing all the mixing process. But the I just started the video the final stage. So first you mix your egg and sugar together, and then basically you heat up a portion of your alcohol, and I add basically the put some cream in the alcohol because it's not really much alcohol because you can't have a lot of alcohol in there. It was kind of difficult to hold the bowl because it was basically a one-man show. And as you can see, you just heat up the cream and then you pour it. Um, you add the gelatin, and you add the cream in that sugar and egg mixture, and basically you fold that together. Once you fold that together, then you once you fold that together, you already complete that process of mixing stage. You don't want to over mix it too much, and always remember when you're mixing it, the gelatin and also the cream that you heat up with also the alcohol. The alcohol can't be too much because if the alcohol be too much, it's gonna basically curdle. So it's just the right amount of mixture. You can use a scraper, or you can use a spatula, as you can see. So once you complete that final stage of mixing, because you have to always remember you have to whisk your cream up to a soft peak before you can fold it in, and that's the soft peak. And as you can see, it's pretty nice and flowing. And then the next stage, you're gonna add the coffee extract. The coffee extract, which is have a lot of flavor of coffee, because it's tiramisu. So you fold in the coffee extract. If you want to add a little bit more of alcohol, you can add a little bit more to your taste. And once you complete the mixing, because you don't want to overmix too much, try to remember that, because you have to add a little bit of coffee, and you have to do the second mixing process. And finally, you're doing the right now I'm in the mixing stage of the coffee extract. Add the coffee extract, and then it's looking good so far. Then slowly, if you want to let the mix sit out for a little bit and just rest for a little bit, instead of pipe it in the glass, you can, but I prefer to pipe it in the glass right away because you get a better, it look more nicer to me. But a lot of people put it in the refrigerator and let it set up before they pipe it. I like to pipe it right away, but it's all depends. If I'm busy, you know I would try to pipe it right away, but if I'm busy, I have to let it sit to rest. But if you let it sit to rest, some people, when they pipe it, they like to see the layers. If it's kind of still flowing, it's basically will cover the cake. If you want to use cake, or if you want to use like basically like um, whatever you feel comfortable to use in the middle. Some people use lady fingers. It's like a little strip stuff like a biscuit kind of sorta. So you can do that, but I waiting mine set up. But in I have two different stage of how I mix my. So I'm in the mixing stage, in the piping stage of the tiramisu, because I try to do it in two different segment. I do it at basically like in a glass, because I do it 2 different days. I do one in a glass, and there's a think that day I did one in a glass and one in some small um like I would say like a little serving cup, like a picnic style, you know small, I would say like 5 ounces cups. So I'm doing it in a bigger glass because I want you to see how it get done in the bigger glass, because sometimes I do it in the smaller glass, and I think I like it in this because it look more nice and servable. So I pipe a little down into the the glass. You can use basically like a water glass, or you can use a wine glass, whatever you feel comfortable with. So as you can see, I pipe it in the glass, just a little small in the glass. Because remember when I was telling you, if the mixture is basically not set as yet, two things it can cause. It can cause several little different things. Number one, you're not gonna see it. Number one, you're not gonna really see the cake in the bottom. Number two, it kind of look nicer. So what you can do, you basically can pipe it in the glass, and after you pipe it in the glass, um, you can let it sit, and then you can go over and then put the cake on top of that, because I don't want it when it's too runny. It basically soak up all the the moisture, soak up all the liquid, because it will definitely do. And you can put gelatin in. If you don't want it to do that, and you're doing something real fast, you can basically put gelatin inside of your um simple the syrup that you're using with the coffee extract or alcohol to soak the cake. So I already mix my whipped cream because I didn't want to turn the mixer on, so I just whipped it by hand, old school. So what I do, I cut the cake, and once you cut the cake, you just put it down. But once it reached up to taller, the taller part of the glass, it's going to be the cake have to be a lot more bigger. And I'm using just a regular sponge cake, but you can use whatever um, you feel comfortable with, or whatever you have, because it's just basically what you're gonna get is just the flavor of the. Once you put the coffee extract of down, you're not gonna really taste much of the cake, because the coffee extract is basically, the coffee extract and simple syrup is basically stronger than any type of cake you're gonna use. You're not gonna really taste the cake that much. So as you can see, if I did do a thicker cake, you basically would see it much, but that doesn't really bother me at all. But if you want to use a thicker piece of cake, you can. If you're, you know, you can. So pipe the I do 3 layers because the glass is thick enough. But if you're gonna do, you can just use 1 layer of cake, as you can see. So I put the next layer down to do 2 layers so it look nice and servable. Then I am gonna about to put the coffee extract, the coffee and the simple syrup on top. If you want to pile a little bit more cake in there, you can, because it's quite a few amount of a little bit of mousse, so you need more cake in there, so it doesn't really hurt by putting the cake in there. So I, put the next layer cake down, then I'm gonna go over it and then pipe my tiramisu down again. So that's gonna be 2 layers. And the next stage, I am gonna get my whipped cream and then pipe it on top and then garnish um, at the next stage. So as you can see, you see the difference. If I did definitely use the um, and I use a French tip also in a piping bag and just put your cream inside. And as what I was trying to explain again, um, if the mousse was basically flowing, you wouldn't see the cake itself because it basically will basically fill that edge in that side gap. So you want to make it sit out for, put it in a refrigerator to make it set up a little bit before you can pipe it. That's how I like to use it. But if you're busy, you're just gonna like bam 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 get it done real fast. But that's the easier way how to um, get it done, and you can see the detail of the tiramisu. And you just pipe on top of the tiramisu, you know, right, just like that. Pipe a little small rosette of tiramisu, and then as you can see, top it off with some powder, cocoa powder, which is represent the tiramisu, and you just garnish it with anything you have at home. But uh, I use basically like a coffee bean and just a little chocolate garnish to top it off because it looked very nicely. And that's my tiramisu mix, and just look very nice. And as again, it's not hard to make. It's pretty easy. It's a simple, easy step to do. There you have it, tiramisu, and I'm gonna top it off with the garnish, the chocolate garnish, and there you have it, tiramisu. Easy, easy, easy to get done. It's not hard, and you can just sit back and relax on your patio or watching, you know, you know, your favorite TV show or so, and just enjoy what your favorite. And there you have it, tiramisu. I want to wrap this video up. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, share this video, and I'm looking more to do more video. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. All right. Peace.